Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. My name is Sarah binti Faisal. I'm with another two team member, Muhammad Ifwat bin Nordin and Teo Hui Lee. So today we will be presenting about our presentation, which is underemployment, the silent struggles that impacting our workforce. So the unemployment. So despite rising the university intakes rate, increasing level of graduates are unable to find jobs that match their qualification, posing a strong challenges to Malaysia's higher education system. So in 2023, only 55.7% of Malaysian graduates secure full-time jobs within 6 months of graduation, as mentioned in Bernama 2024 reports. So the unemployment rates are merely the tip of the iceberg. The underemployment, poor wage, and the curtailed career options are the outcomes of labour market's condition where most employed graduates end up in low grads or unrelated position. Experts quote in the Bernama news outlet identifies some of the reasons of the crisis as follow. The outdated academic programs that do not meet industry demands. So TVET courses still focusing on manual manufacturing techniques. Without the inputs of the industries, schools don't have an idea of the required skills. So the graduates cannot get jobs while industry experience labor shortage in high-tech sector. Second is the graduates' deficiencies in soft skills. So the modern students increasingly struggle to develop essential soft skills like communication, critical thinking, and adaptability due to the over-reliance on artificial intelligence, which is AIs, tools like ChatGPT. Seterusnya adalah the cooperation between academy and industry. Antara pihak universiti dengan industri. So, dia ada beberapa faktor lah boleh mendorong mereka ke arah masalah ini. So, yang pertama adalah misaligned curricular. Second, lack of strong industry partnerships. Yang ketiga, incentive for industry academia relation. And yang terakhir sekali ada insufficient conversion to industry 4.0. Established career path disrupted by automation and gig economy. So the all career paths usually started by study, graduates, and secure stable jobs. So ini adalah pandangan bagi orang dan dalam kalangan rakyat Malaysia lah. Sekiranya mereka study pergi belajar di universiti, habis study, graduate, and then kita akan dapat pekerjaan yang stable selepas kita graduate dengan genggaman diploma ataupun degree. Tapi sebenarnya dia tak semestinya sebab sekarang kita ada banyak cabaran untuk kita lalui. Contohnya macam dari segi automation. Contoh automation dari segi robots, AI replacing repetitive jobs. Okay, dekat sini AI replacing repetitive jobs ni actually it's quite hard lah for the students because most of the tasks or any certain jobs out there is already replacing by AI. Even ada certain company yang diorang cuba untuk buat AI supaya AI tu boleh buat semua kerja. And then diorang dah tak perlukan tenaga manusia untuk melakukan kerja seperti tu sebab diorang dah replacekan dia dengan AI. And then yang kedua, gig economy. Gig economy contohnya macam freelancing, temporary contracts that outnumber 9 to 5 years ataupun months lah. So, ada setengah company, diorang lebih mengutamakan bekerja secara kontrak. Contoh macam kalau kita kerja kat TNB, tapi by contract dalam 4 ke 6 bulan macam tu. And then habis kontrak, kita tak dapat sambung lah. Walaupun kita request untuk sambung, but the contract is still contract. Kalau kita bekerja daripada tempoh ni sampai situ saja. And then kita kena cari kerja tempat lain. So sekejap je. And then lastly, skills half-life. The technical skills is outdated for 5 years. So technical skills ni contoh dia macam ada certain technical skills, contoh yang melibatkan IT. IT dia punya pembuatan dari segi kemajuan dia sangat laju. Dan ada certain tu kalau kita ada skills, contoh kalau kita ada skills dalam satu apps ni dekat IT, bagi IT, dan kita tak tahu 5 tahun kemudian kita tak pakai dah skills tu sebab dia dah digantikan dengan skills lain. Dan dia akan keeps on update daripada semasa ke semasa. Itu saya boleh bagi contoh lah bagi technical skills that outdated for 5 years. Sebab diorang tak akan pakai dah skills tu sebab diorang dah ganti dengan yang baru. Okay, so itu sahaja daripada saya. Next is if what lah.
Assalamualaikum dan selamat malam. Saya Muhammad Ifwat bin Nordin. Saya akan menerangkan theoretical framework. Theoretical framework ni bukan terbahagi, kami dapat menjumpai beberapa lah, antaranya ialah human capital theory, which mean theory believe that investment in education need to bear fruit in the form to enhance productivity and improve employment opportunities. And structural mismatch theory that defines how repeated imbalance between the education system's supply of skill and the economy's demand creates underemployment, stagnation of low wages levels, and inefficiency of labor allocation. And third, gender and social role theory that explain how labor market discrimination and traditional caregiving roles systematically push women and especially mothers into underemployment. Economic diversification theory, reliance on low productivity activities perpetuates underemployment, while diversification into high value industries will create better jobs for skilled workers. Next. Okay, this is one human capital theory case. First, structural imbalance in job creation. Second, wage suppression and underemployment. Third, brain drain, skill talent exodus. Which mean higher education, low returns. Okay, next. Causes of the mismatch. First, curriculum industry disconnect. University focus on theoretical degrees rather than industry-based programs. Second, supply of generalist graduates, oversupply 30,000 plus business graduate each year, but industry needs below than 10,000. Undersupply, only 1,500 certified data scientists graduating annually yet in industry, and the industry needs 5,000 plus, according to the MDEC 2023. Okay, and number 3, weak industry academia interface. Few Malaysian universities work with company to co-design courses. Internship are usually non-technical rather than skill acquisition. Okay, next. Here is one of the case study that we find from case study in South Korea, a success. Korea in 1990s faced the same graduate underemployment but reversed it by linking university funding to employment levels. Huge R&D jumps, example like Samsung Semiconductor Research Centers partnered with KIIST and making STEM internship in chaebols, example like Hyundai, LG, and it must be a compulsory. And from there, outcome 75% of graduates find work in professional roles. Structural mismatch theory. The structural causes of a Malaysia skills job mismatch. Economic structure trapped in mid-value sectors. Service sector 51.5% of GDP. GDP means per year. Prevalence of low value service, retail, food and beverage, hospitality. B is manufacturing, 32% of GDP, and continue to focus on assembly line process, electronics, textile rather than advanced manufacturing, automation and R&D. Agriculture 8.5%, still reliant on low tech labor intensive practice. Example like palm oil smallholder. The case study from that point is island economic leap. In 1990s challenge, like Malaysia, island experienced low value manufacturing and brain drain, and they had their solution targeted the FDI in tech like Apple, Google, and education transition to software engineering, tax incentive from the R&D, and the result now a high skill center with 6.5% unemployment versus Malaysia, which is 3.5% underemployment crisis. Okay, next. Gender and social role theory. How social roles produce female unemployment? First of all is the motherhood penalty in employment. Second, occupational segregation. And third is cultural barriers. From the motherhood penalty. Okay, next. Study in Sweden that is success is a 480 days paid parental leave shared among parents, state-funded preschools, 84% attendance, and outcome from that, 75% of mothers are employed full-time compared to Malaysia, which is 43%. 4.5% gender pay gap compared to Malaysia's 22%. Okay, next. Economic diversification theory. Malaysia economic structure. The root of underemployment. First, the low skill job trap, sectoral imbalance, and brain drain feedback loop. Taiwan semiconductor success. In 1980s challenge, like Malaysia, Taiwan experienced low value electronic manufacturing, and solution government supported R&D, ITRI Institute, University Chipmaker Partnership, TSMC, with the National Taiwan University, and tax incentive or high skill job. And the result now, they are dominate 60% of the global semiconductor market. Okay, next, pass to my friends Theo to continue for the conclusion. Thank you.
Okay, thank Ifwat. So I'm Theo Hulian with normometric J46673. I'm gonna present about conclusions. Underemployment is a critical issue in Malaysia, where 40% of graduated work in low-skilled jobs, leading to wasted potential and lower productivity. Key causes include education job mismatch. This means skill does not meet market demand. Education job mismatch occur when the skill gained through education do not match the skill needed by the job market. So this means by graduated may have academic qualification, but lack of the practical or technical skill that employers are looking for. So as a result, many graduated struggle to find jobs that are suit their qualification. The second one is structural economic gaps with few high skill jobs despite more graduated. This is referred to the imbalance in a country's economic structure where job opportunities does not grow in line with the increasing number of high-skilled graduated. Even though most students graduated with advanced qualification, the job market still offer mostly low or medium skill job. So this is not enough high skill positions. So as a result, many graduated end up underemployed and working in jobs below their qualification level. So the method is gig economic limitation with the flexibility without career growth. This is referred to the downside of a freelance or short-term contract jobs. So the lack of the long-term career growth, such as promotion, skill development or job security. As a result of these causes, many gig workers remain in the same position for years without improving their skill or moving up in their career. So the number 4 is gender disparities. With women face higher underemployment risks. For example, a female university graduate may end up working part-time in a retail shop because she has to care for her children and can find flexibility jobs that match her education level. So this is also the cause for the gender disparities. Underemployment is a systematic failure, but it requires collaboration between policymakers, educators, and employers to create meaningful career and drive national progress. That's from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Theo. Okay, that's all from us. Okay, so thank you very much for spending your precious time for these meetings. So thank you very much. Hope we'll see
Thank
you again.
you.
Okay, thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye bye.
Thank you all.
Bye. Thank you.